Of backcourts, when you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at the time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I can see the bruises. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. O'Neal is out there with Bogdanovic, and it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Gobert. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Oklahoma City. Pass to Mitchell. Clock at 6. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Mitchell's shot is good.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
O'Neal passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Dort. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Adams. Gobert with the block. Conley with a wide open look. Offline with his 3. Right nowadays, teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
Misses from close range.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. The Thunder with another miss. Jazz have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's O'Neal. Thunder with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz. Paul kicks to Gallinari. Fires from deep. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Jazz. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. Bogdanovic finds Mitchell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovic.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. And so the first quarter is in the books. Jazz out in front, leading by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade.
It's been a sort of long relationship.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GA spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Oklahoma City right now, Muscala is out there with Noel. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Diallo in at the shooting guard.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Admire the pull-up jumper there. Mudiay improving at knowing when to shoot off the dribble.
You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Schroeder against Clarkson. Offensive rebound. Noel passes to Muscala over Davis. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. And now let's see who the NBA's hottest shooters have been in the second half of the season. Rudy Gobert, number 1. And, of course, Steven Adams.
What a shooting exhibition it's been for these two players during that stretch. I mean, nearly automatic for both.
Clarkson passes to Gobert. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Clarkson finds Gobert. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. Goes up again. Here's Davis, and the rejection by Noel.
Noel in there to intimidate, and does so there.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Schroeder dishes to Noel. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Ingles, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That's exactly what you want Mudiay doing, seeing the open man and firing that pass over to him for the clean look.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Thunder. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Alinari comes in for Muscala. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Diallo. And Chris Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Paul for 3. Gobert pulls it in.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Here's Adams. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's O'Neal. And he lays it up and in. And so it's the Utah Jazz. The catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant. They play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I could get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with Gobert, and it's O'Neal in at the 3.
His versatility, at least for Gallinari, is something that's so important for coaches to utilize. He's capable of stretching the floor the way he shoots it.
Here's Mitchell. Here's Gobert. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gobert's got 6.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Chris Paul. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those 2 needs better than anyone in the league.
Paul against Conley. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. It's no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
That's the energy Ed Davis needs to play with consistently. Big-time finish on the rebound.
Schroeder outside, shoots over Clarkson, and with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Schroeder. Jazz have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Moutier against Paul. Moutier, no good. Moutier's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Paul. Gobert checked in for Utah. Mitchell comes in for Emmanuel Moutier.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores. They'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
And Muscala kicks it over to Schroeder. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession. Tipped away, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. With 2 seconds left. Misses off the left iron. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Jazz lead by 10. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander, they're up in the backcourt. Nerlens Noel is out there with Gallinari, and it's Ferguson in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. Off with the layup. Here's Schroeder, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Schroeder's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Thunder. Mitchell against Schroeder. To the left wing. Here's Conley. Here's Gobert, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Jazz lead by 10.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
I just don't see how you climb back into the game when you're allowing plays like that to happen. Extra work on the offensive glass.
Schroeder against Mitchell. Poked away. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Utah. Stolen by Michael Conley. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's O'Neal. That 3 off the mark. Conley the pass to O'Neal. And the 3 ball is good.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
1:11 left in the game. Schroeder passes to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Guarded by O'Neal. Shot clock at 5. Schroeder trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Jazz.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Rudy Gobert.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Good on the three-point shot.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Buries the long-range jumper.
More and more promise here as a jump shooter, as Gilgeous-Alexander has a solid three-point shot.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Rudy, another strong performance for you guys. How good is this team playing right now?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.